Damn, you prefer his username? I know, I see you, dude. You never see it coming. Oh my god, tears in my eyes, goddamn. I got like, no, I washed my face. I gotta start moisturizing, man. All right, hi. There you go. Okay, let me refresh the chat up here. Refresh cache of current page. Perfect. Have you seen the new community update? What new community update to YouTube? No, I didn't see it. Did they update it? No, I don't think I saw that. They reworked it or what? No, I don't think I saw that. What'd they do? I don't even know how to do that. I don't even go there. I go your channel, and then I click. Where's the community tab? Is it posts? Oh, I got a comment from Nerd of the Rings. Oh, that's so cool. I turn on. How do I can I share that? Okay, never mind. Okay, let's just start. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to stream super low because I'm reading. Okay, no, it's okay. Why start a new stream? Cause now I have low latency, Amma. So now we're only like a few seconds apart. So now there isn't such a crazy delay. Yeah. Now it's a lot better. Comment by Nerd of the Rings. Yeah, no, not a comment. My bad. He liked one of my comments. Yeah, I love listening to Nerd of the Rings, even though I'm not cut up with all the additional books, right? Like History of Middle Earth and all that. I still like to listen to some of them in the background sometimes. I don't know. It makes like really good background noise. Like whenever I kind of want to learn more lore, or like, you know, like what if Gandalf like turned evil? Like that's such a cool video. Or like, or lore on the Balrog. What's up, Daniel Chong? Long time to see, guys. But now we have low latency, so we're a lot closer to being live. Praise the full. I explained above. Unhinged. If you meet certain requirements, you can get invitation to create a community. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I'm glad I caught a stream. Yeah, for sure. I know. I didn't even schedule it, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't even schedule it. I just went live, man. Too much IRL has been kicking my ass recently, you know? Like during my free time, I'm like, fuck, I want to stream, but it's like, fuck, I gotta do last minute shit, and then it's like all these other things are coming up. So I'll switch to music right now. Let me just leave this for now. Handing out a formula. That's the chapter. You should put on your schedule YouTube like VTubers. I know. You see, Haley, I want to, like, I want to put a schedule and stick to that schedule. But like sometimes, like on my way back, I'm like, wait, I can't go live, or like stuff like that. And then it's taking me a lot longer. And then right now I'm doing like a lot of last minute like planning or reservations for my trip to Japan. Or it's like I'm doing a lot of last minute calls for like IRL stuff. You know, like some payments I do here and there or whatever. And then it's like Valentine's is coming up. Like all this stuff is kind of like interfering a little bit. And I know if I stream first, once I'm done or like ready to go out about my name, do last minute things, a lot of things are closed by that time. Yeah, I know. So that's my fault. And I fucking spilled Ellie's shampoo bottle, so I had to go get her a good bottle. That's gonna last a while. All right, now I'm ready. Okay, zero stalling. Let's just start reading Lord of Mysteries for like an hour and a half. I miss it. Let's see how my voice is doing. Tomorrow's schedule. We can do a schedule tomorrow. Quick shout out. Quick foreshadowing. I'm planning. I can't go live because I'm gonna be playing on my phone, but I am planning to attend. It's gonna be a drive. but I am planning to attend the Pokemon. What's it called? The IRO events. I've never been to one. You've gotten pretty good at the streaming stuff. Thank you, Unhinged. Really, dude? I'll be honest. That means a lot to me. If you think it, hell yeah, dude. And you know what? I believe you. You know why I believe you? There's 18 of you guys here with me right now, and that's crazy. Pokemon mentioned. I'm awake. Red Devil, bro. Bonjour. I've been to Europe. Oui, Miss Monsieur. Wait, no, wait. Oh, shut up. Oh, Mikhail. Wait, Mikhail. Oh my God, I forgot how to pronounce your name. Michael. I know your name is the same one from that show Dark on Netflix. All right, let's start, bro. Let's get this party started. Sorry, I have Armored Core music playing. Hold on, I have the wrong playlist. Stop making him distracted from reading. You make him stalling, and he is good at it on his own. Yeah, I'm good at stalling on my own. But yeah, okay. Let's plug. Next week, I will be attending the Pokemon Go event. It's in LA. It's like at a stadium. There's gonna be a lot of content creators there that I think I've been watching for a while. Hey, look over there. You get distracted. I know it works, dude. It works. Okay. Got the chapter. Look, four of you guys left already. Four of you guys left. Okay, let's get the chapter ready. Let's get the right playlist. I think for now. Hold up, let me get the playlist. Wrong playlist. Wrong one. Let me play Baldur's Gate for a little bit, and then after the Demon Soul songs plays, let me just hear Final Fantasy, and then I'm gonna just loop. I'm a loop. I fucking removed it. I'm so sorry. Dirtmouth. Yeah, I got it right here. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, we have started the recording. If you guys want, you can say hi to YouTube. I will be your host today, Easy Geeky. I would greatly appreciate it if you gave a thumbs up to this video. You know, show love and support. If you dislike it, let me know. But we are on chapter 273 of Lord of Mysteries. We have been on a very slow release for these chapters. But after my trip, we are going to lock in. Or maybe do some streams over there. That'll be fun. We'll see how it works out. But for now, enough stalling. Lord of Mysteries. I just broke my cabinet. But if not, that was such a bad intro. But it is okay. We do not redo intros here. Update chapter. Thank you, Haley. Updating chapter, and then we are starting chapter 273, handing out a formula. That sounds really exciting. Okay, let's go. Okay, chapter 273. 273, and then my awesome scuffed intro was 54 seconds. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see how we're doing. I think we're good. I'm not coughing anymore, nothing. I'm still slightly congested after being sick so fucking much. Back to fucking back. I've never had this fucking issue in my life, but we're good. And we're back. Okay, let me take a sip. And now we're good. Okay. Beautiful. Perfect. Awesome intro is out of the way. Wednesday night, 5 minutes to 8, in an alley behind Braveheart's bar, Klein circled around for a while, based on his memories, before finally finding the house with the dark candlelights. He was disguised today in a grayish-blue worker's uniform, cap and a beard, so that no one would connect him to the guy who had tried his luck by buying Black Snake's items. It would be best if I have wisdom and the apocryphy don't recognize me. Otherwise, a newbie who had relied on luck to become Beyonder was able to come up with several potions after a week. Would definitely be suspicious. Yeah, that'd be kind of sus. Klein put his hands in his pockets and felt for a Zig's copper whistle, the ordinary tarot cards, and the charms he had replenished. His uniform was specifically modified by Taylor. There were small pockets with metal bottles filled with herbs, powder, and extract essence. After taking a deep breath and slowly exhaling, Klein took out the metal mask that could only cover half his face and finished the first step of this disguise. He's using a disguise. Yo, everyone, what's up, dude? Long time no see. We are on low latency, so I'll see you guys' messages a little bit quicker. Following that, he used his clown's ability to control his facial expression and his physical tics. Physical tics? Or Yeah, his physical tics, as well as his gait while numbing his facial nerves. He wanted to be vastly different from his previous self. Oh, how long stream? Like an hour and a half, Romero. I mean, we'll see. Maybe we'll go a little bit longer, right? However, I'm not sure what eyes of wisdoms rely on to recognize people. Yes, especially since we started a little bit late, Romero. I know, that was my fault. This is all I can do. Sigh, if only I was already faceless. We're going to be a faceless this volume. I already know it. We're going to be a face. Not only are we going to be a faceless, I think we're going to hit the next stage. But if that's the case, I wouldn't need to join such low-level Beyonder gatherings. No, this is pretty good. It's a good starting ground. Klein stood outside the door in silence for a few seconds. He then raised his right hand and knocked on the door. 7 hard knocks and 1 light one, with 6 long pauses and 1 short pause in between. Almost without waiting, the small wooden board on the door was silently pulled open, and an eye appeared behind him. It examined the visitor from head to toe. 2 or 3 seconds later, the door creaked open and the eyes of Wisdom's attendant handed a hooded black robe to Klein. Klein maintained his... he's an Organization 13 member. With a black robe. He's like... Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I'll stop. Klein maintained his emotionless state as he quickly put on the robe and pulled down his hood, letting the shadows cover his face. Oh, definitely a member. On the way to the living room, he deliberately took steps he wasn't used to, and he tried his hardest to eliminate the awkwardness. There was only one candle in the dark and silent room, and quite a number of members at the gathering. Klein did a choosy corner like the previous time. Instead, he sat on a high stool right in the center? Okay. In short, he wanted everything about his external appearance and behavior to be completely different from his previous 2 times. And it was completely due to his identity as a clown that gave him this domain of expertise, allowing him to reflect his own body into his mind and gain fundamental control over it. The living room was so silent that it appeared frozen. Time passed by, and finally, Eye of Wisdom looked at the clock on the wall and said in an ancient voice, "It's time, let's begin. We don't need to wait for our late friends." Just as he finished his sentence, Klein immediately said with a hoarse voice, "I want to sell potion formulas." Okay. They are Sequence 9 Bard and Sequence 8 Light Supplicant from the Church of the Eternal Blazing Sun. The former is 220 pounds and the latter is 450 pounds. This was the most suitable plan that he could come up with after much consideration. The spectator and the telepathist potions were related to the Psychology Alchemist, a secret... Oh, there's somebody in here. Yeah, from the Psychology Alchemist. A secret organization that was still active in Buckland and in the Lone Kingdom. If he recklessly produced them, he might attract their attention, and the Church of the Eternal Blazing Sun was blocked out by the Church of Lord of Storms, so the corresponding Beyonders rarely appeared in Backland and could do very little. Therefore, it was an extremely safe choice. The potion of the Seer Pathway involved Klein himself, and he certainly didn't want to reveal his characteristics. That's smart. Keep that one to himself. After having experienced so many battles and watching so many battles with the Beyonders, he gradually came to understand something. It was that below high sequences, Beyonders of different pathways had their own characteristics which didn't overlap. That was to say, each of them had their own strengths and weaknesses, and their strengths and weaknesses were all very obvious. The strengths were indeed strong and the weaknesses were indeed weak. For example, the spectator pathway lacked the ability to fight in actual combat, true, but if they were ignored and were unconsciously misled, no matter how strong an opponent combat skills were, it was possible for them to die without knowing why. A clear example would be the Hurricane Rear Admiral Quillingus, who clearly possessed the mythical item Creeping Hunger. That is like probably one of the best items in the series so far, just because I love Shepard. It's such a like amazing item, right? Besides the pen, right? Like besides the quill, like those two are like top 3. Who clearly possessed the mystical item Creeping Hunger and had an overall combat strength of a Sequence 5, but he still died in a rather inexplicable manner. Most of this was thanks to Zeke, but like almost all of it, Shepard is peak. It is peak. You guys be talking all this hype about Monster, but bro, Shepard can do that. Whatever Monster can do, Shepard can do. Right? If you really wanted to. I mean, we'll see. I'm over here hyping up Shepard, dude. I lost my place. Oh no. But he still died in a rather expensive manner. Most of this was thanks to Zeke, all of it. But one couldn't dismiss the role of the spectator due to the fact that the majority of the Beyonders' jobs below the high sequence had distinct characteristics and obvious weakness. With weak bodies, if one could conceal one's strength and understand the situation of their enemies beforehand, it wasn't impossible for them to defeat someone stronger. In extreme cases, there was still a very small chance of a Sequence 9 killing a Sequence 5. That is crazy. Easy as hearing the ravings. That's not the ravings, bro. It's fact. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. No, I don't mean to, I don't want to get any of you guys upset. No, I don't mean fact. But like, at least from what I've seen so far, even though Hurricane Quilling is lost, I really like like just the premise of Shepard. It's so cool, dude. At least for like a mid-sequence Beyonder. Like I still don't know what a high sequence Beyonder does, or like a sequence 0, but it's gonna be peak. Of course, this was a perfect hypothesis, but in reality it was almost impossible. Sequence 5 was already considered strong, and the corresponding Beyonder's powers could be considered miraculous. Strengths could effectively cover up weaknesses, but before reaching sequence 6, it was very difficult to cause any effect on them. On the other hand, many of the Beyonders below high sequence were very afraid of being attacked by a group. Even if their opponents were all below their own sequence, this was because once one became flustered, their attempt to avoid a fault would lead to a failure of another. Their weakness could lead to fatal outcomes. These problems were why Shepards were ranked first below high sequences. They were so all around, if they combined and matched their Beyonder powers well enough, they would almost have zero shortcomings. After I advance to sequence 7, I'll have all sorts of magical Beyonder powers. Then even if I encounter, I thought we just crashed stream. Don't worry, monster will redeem themselves, because never mind. I was gonna make a Monster Hunter reference. I'll be quiet. After I advance to sequence 7, I'll have all sorts of magical Beyonder powers. Then even if I encounter a sequence sense, I'll be able to I'm sorry, I just burped. I think the mic picked that up. I'll be able to contend against them for a while. It might even be able to win. If I encountered a sequence 5, there might still be a chance of escaping. And as his thoughts raced, Klein looked around, waiting for someone to speak. If Bard and Light Supplicant can't be sold, then I can only go for a second best and consider selling Spectator and Telepathist. In consideration of Beyonder characteristics, indiscriminability, and conservation, the formula of my own pathway definitely shouldn't be sold. No, you keep that to yourself. The witch pathway wouldn't as well, for it would lead to many tragic cases. That is true. Whether it's instigator whether it's instigator or witch, they're the type of necessities committing evil deeds. Klein was still a little nervous, but his face remained expressionless as he waited. Romero, you crazy monsters top tier. I mean, we'll see what happens. You guys are just hyping up monster. What was the guy's name? Not Ezekiel. I forgot his name. The kid from the alleyway in volume 1. Actually, the one with the half sequence monster one, right? Actually, Adamisio. I remembered his name, Adamisio. You guys are hyping up Adamisio. Actually, I can consider buying it. At that moment, the chubby apocryphy laughed. I can also accept another apprentice and give him these 2 formulas, making him specialize in praying for the light to shine on my herbs. Perfect. How extravagant. His word broke the moment silence. Oh, I thought Klein said that. His words broke the momentary silence in the room. A man in the corner who had his hood pulled very low spoke in a deliberately sharp voice. Perhaps I can give it to my child. At least it's stronger than my sequence. Sequence 9, 200 pounds. Sequence 8, 400 pounds. If you agree, we have a deal. That's a deal if I've ever seen a deal. To be able to take out 600 pounds at one go means he's quite rich. That's enough to buy a house in Tingan City. Oh, I can't wait to go back with Benson and Melissa. Klein pretended to think, looked at the other members of the gathering, and observed their reactions. Noticing that no one had the urge to raise the price and the other party's bid had reached his bottom line, Klein thought for a while and said, I'll tag on an additional request. You cannot sell these 2 formulas in the gathering, but you are free to do as you wish elsewhere. The man said sharply, all right, Mr. Eye of Wisdom will bear witness. Klein didn't know how to prove that the formula was real, but he didn't want to ask if it would expose the fact that he hadn't participated in many gatherings. Therefore, he suddenly put up his road and took out 2 potion formulas he had written long ago and handed it to an attendant beside him. The attendant didn't walk to the corner. Instead, he went to a single sofa in the center and handed the folded paper over to the Eye of Wisdom. The old gentleman spread out the paper and without... I'll read you guys' comments right now. We're almost done with the chapter. My bad. I feel like I'm not reading it. The old gentleman spread out the paper and without taking an extra look at it, placed it on a small round table beside him. Then he took out a handkerchief and wiped it into his right palm. From his pocket, he took out a ring and inlet with many tiny diamonds. This ring was complicated and exquisite in design. In the middle of the ring was a dark green gem that looked like an eye. Just by looking at it from a distance, Klein felt his head swell and his body turn uncomfortable. It was just like back then when he was taking his math examination. I thought he was going to talk about the interrogator that was like messing with his head. Eye of Wisdom suddenly wore the ring on his right middle finger and then closed his eyes as if he was pretending something. Suddenly, the emerald green gem on the ring bloomed with a resplendent golden color which was as bright as the sun. Eye of Wisdom quickly extended his right hand and let the gem touch the potion formula written by Klein. The rays of golden light became purer until they eventually turned into a holographic projection. Authentic and effective. Oh, he has a way to authenticate it. Eye of Wisdom. No wonder he's called Eye of Wisdom. Announced in a low voice, he immediately removed the ring from his finger, not daring to wear it another second. His tone sounded just like a notary. The ring is the most prized item in Mr. Eye of Wisdom's collection. Sealed artifact 2081 wasn't the puppet 2082? Monster likes variety. I mean, we'll see. It emulates the powers of a notary. Klein washed and thoughtfully feeling a little conventious. After the notarization, the deal was quickly concealed, and Klein received a thick wad of cash, all in 10-pound notes. Man, he is hustling, man. After counting the bills 3 times, he didn't fold and put them in his pocket. Instead, he held them in the palm of his hand and waited for an opportunity to spend them. He planned on observing for a moment to ensure that there was nothing needed before speaking again to mention his desire to purchase things. At that moment, the apocryphy looked at... Isn't he trying to get a sword for... I think he's trying to get a weapon, right? For Derek? I brought a few bottles of sedatives. He really brought it. I've already forgotten all about it. In order to be different from his past self, Klein could only pretend that he wasn't around. After shouting a few times and seeing that there was no response, the apocryphy muttered, "The guy didn't come this time. Maybe he's dead." Oh! I thought he was just trying to act as a different character. No, like he's trying to be somebody else. He's not trying to be the detective, right? That came in for the... I got it. Now I get it. Okay, now I understand the disguise more. I'm so dumb. Thank you for your blessings, but it's delightful that you failed to recognize me. Klein heaved a sigh of relief. The apocryphy? I'm reading wrong today. I'm sorry. It's been like 5 days, right? 4 days. Habitually asked for Spring of Elves, marrow, crystals again, but it was in vain as usual. Moments after he shut up, a woman whose face was completely shrouded by her said with 2 boxes at her feet, "I have 2 weapons with beyond effects." There you go. One for Derek. This must be the lady who sold the inscribed steel sword the last time, right? My spirituality instincts as a seer tell me that she has another 2 similar weapons, backing her in some beyond her armament organization, right? There has to be like a welder pathway, right? Or wasn't there like a forger or armor or a blacksmith? Well, maybe she has... Oh, right here, an artisan. Maybe she has an artisan behind her, also known as Sequence 6 of the Machinery Specialist, which is what Melissa's going to be in the future volume. And Savin Pathway. Klein looked over with her with anticipation. He had agreed to give the Sun and Beyond a weapon worth 500 to 600 pounds, which could effectively his combat abilities. He didn't promise a specific tag and characteristics, so long as it was similar and he could be used, he could buy it. In any case, the Sun wasn't picky about it. Yeah, he wasn't picky. He's like, I'll take whatever you get me, Mr. Full. All right, let's up to the chapter. That's a good chapter. Okay, but now I get his disguise. I thought he just wanted to seem more mysterious, but no, he's acting as a different individual. I get it. I feel like he's gonna be digesting it quicker, right? Because if he's like concealing his facial expressions, beautiful. They said sealed artifacts below level 0 can have the same number given by diff churches. You're right. They did say that. Different churches don't necessarily like. They only share like. Yeah, they only share 0. That way everybody knows, right? Which would be like a double-edged sword, right? Okay, that better than month. We'll see. All right, next chapter. Okay, let's update this. Guys, man, you want to know something crazy? Before we start, as I'm updating this, I came across a website that shows you all real-life locations in Japan from anime. Bro, I'm a bookmark every single fucking Steins Gate location. I'm so tempted to buy like a trench coat, like a lab trench coat, take that lab trench coat and go to every single shot, every single landmark from Steins Gate and take a picture there, right? Like go to where the satellite tower hit, or like no spoilers, but like just go through every single shot. That'd be so cool. All right, let me drink some, shove it up, and we will continue. Also, if you guys would like to, you can have the Twitch stream in the background. Support your homie Easy Geeky. If we can get more people, what's the website? I think it's called like Anime Pilgrimage, something like that. Guys should read Deep Sea Embers or OROV. I want to read OROV. Sup, I was taking a shower. What did I miss? I updated my timestamp, Mysteriousville. I'll tell you that much. I updated my timestamp and no one reminded me today. Steins Gate is peak? Fuck yeah, it's peak. Steins Gate? People are going to talk shit? Top 10. Okay, a little bit more and I'll continue. Steins Gate is fucking top 10, man. I played the light novel for Steins Gate 0. I got the worst ending. Well, not a worst ending, but I got like the saddest ending. That shit fucked me up. I saw the anime Steins Gate 0. I love it. People talk so much shit about the ending of Steins Gate 0, but it In retrospect, it makes perfect sense because he's on the beta world line. Oh my god, I fucking love Steins Gate. Do yourself a favor, guys. If you have not watched Steins Gate, you can leave the stream. Just watch Steins Gate. It takes a while for it to pick up. Nice also see that you remember to use low latency. I actually forgot Mysterious Soul. Somebody actually brought it up, so I ended stream and restarted stream to turn on low latency. Yeah. That I did forget, but I remembered update chapter today. If you couldn't contain LOTM world most top tiers. Oh wait, you guys are talking about LOTM. I should be careful. Wait, hold up. Wait. You guys can talk about that. I won't read it just to be safe. But you guys can talk about that. Steins Gate is like the best anime from 2011 to 2015. Bro, I think it's my favorite like early like 2010s anime. But I know Hunter x Hunter won that, right? And Crunchyroll Awards or whatever it was. Damn. All right. Hey, small steps at a time. It is. Yeah, that is true. All right, next chapter. All right, chapter 207. 274. I'm over here reading sealed artifact numbers. Chapter 274 is called Beyonders. Not Beyonders. Beyonder Weapon. Hold up. I'm going to mute the mic so I can burp. Izagiki steals your reading comprehension. You know it. This OST summoners is making me sleepy. Bro, I'm not here to... okay, yeah, no, let's continue reading. Yeah, let's continue. The woman with the hooded face looked around her and said, the two weapons this time are easy to carry around. By the way, bro, that's pretty cool, Ranny, that you realized what song it was. Like, not only that was a Final Fantasy song there, but it was Summonus. Respect. One of them is the... Oh, the whip? Oh, I thought it was the whip from the last fight. One of the from the fight that got me sick, dude, with the demoness poisoning. One of them is the whip of the slow. Am I playing? Yeah, we are playing. One of them is the whip of slowness. It is a replica of a particular mystical item. It can constantly create formless restraints, influencing your opponent bit by bit, slowing down his actions gradually. The longer you last in battle, the more effective it would be. So a prolonged fight would be better. It can still be used for 2 years, 450 pounds, or the potion formula for Barbarian. This whip sounds pretty good, and it feels like the spider silk ability of the Demoness of Pleasure. That's what I'm saying. However, would it seem a little strange for Little Sun? You just call him Little Sun? You guys have always called him Little Sun, and this is the first time Klein has dropped that. He always calls him the Sun, right? Or Derek, but this is the first time he called him Little Sun. However... would it seem a little strange for Little Sun to use a whip? Klein asked in a hoarse voice. We have to wait for the second item. Can this invisible binding effect affect spirit-type creatures, for example, wraiths? I don't think so. I feel like it has to be like a physical thing, right? The lady shook her head slowly. No. Without waiting for any further questions, she continued introducing the second weapon and called it the Axe of Hurricane. That's for Derek. I know Derek had an axe in the artwork. This has to be it. Axe of Hurricane. It can raise the user's agility and running speed. Yeah, bet. There's also a 15% chance of inflicting... We got video game stats here. There's also a 15% chance of inflicting a numbing effect to the enemy and a 5% chance of producing bolt of lightning. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is so cool. If used in a thunderstorm, the chance of lightning bolts will be raised to 50%. That is so badass, dude. This has all been verified through experimentation and concluded through copious amounts of data. The weapon's effects can... last for no more than a year. 522 pounds or the potion formula to Barbarian. This is much stronger than the Whip of Slowness. If it wasn't for the fact that it only had the Beyonder fix for a year, it probably wouldn't be this price. Right, according to the description of Little Sun and the scene I vaguely saw in the air above the City of Silver and the surrounding areas, there are always flashes of lightning. The highest frequency is during daytime and the lowest frequency is during nighttime. This is very similar to a so-called thunderstorm environment. If it's really effective, then this Axe of Hurricane would be a truly mystical item in the hands of Little Sun. Each strike has a 50% chance of blasting out lightning, and it would be absolutely formidable. Even if it doesn't work, looking at the most basic Beyonder effects of the Axe of Hurricane, it's still quite a good weapon, and it meets the needs of Little Sun. The needs of Little Sun. As for the problem that it can only be used for a year, it's not that big of a problem to solve. If 1 year with Little Sun's digestion rate and the City of Silver's beyond our resources, as long as he has the potion formulas, he would at least be sequence 6 by then. At that point in time, he'll definitely need to replace his weapon. Okay, so it lines up with the time, right? Okay. As his mind whirled, Klein basically determined that he was buying the Axe of Hurricane. At that moment, the Apocryphy muttered, Is an axe easy to carry around? I feel like I've heard a joke, and I think it might be appropriate to make a wrench. Say, can't you sell stuff like revolvers with beyond effects? Oh, that is so badass if that's true. I will try my best to collect similar items. The woman emphasized the word collect. All right, friends who are willing to buy one of these weapons, please make a bid. Before Klein could even speak, he heard a male voice from the long sofa. Axe of Hurricane, 522 pounds. Ooh. The woman waited a few seconds before asking again, is there anyone else who wants to bid? 530 pounds. Klein added 10 pounds. The man immediately replied, 550. Ooh, this little son. If he raises it to more than 600 pounds, I won't be buying it. I'll get you a new whip. With a definite strategy in mind, Klein called out very calmly 560 pounds. He tried to make it appear that no matter what offer was made, he could add on an additional 10 pounds. And then 600 pounds he had just earned was just enough to put invisible pressure on the other party. Upon hearing the latest price, the man fell silent and shrugged. All right, it's yours. Phew! So he saved 40 pounds. Klein secretly heaved a sigh of relief. Is there anyone else who wants to bid for the Axe of Hurricane? The woman asked again, but the room fell silent. Sold! Sold! For 560 pounds. The lady didn't hesitate any longer and handed the box next to her to the right foot and the attendant. The attendant had the eye of wisdom appraise it before bringing it to Klein. Money was handed over in exchange for an item. Putting away the remaining 4 10-pound notes, Klein opened the box and saw that an axe that could be attached to one's back or tucked in one's belt. Oh, that is so cool. Its entire body was iron black in color, thick and sturdy, with a sharp edge. In his spirit vision, it was clear that the creator had used a large number of spiritual materials. There was also many symbols and magical runes on the surface of the axe. They were embedded inside, turning into lightning and hurricane patterns. When Klein reached out of touch, I'm over here thinking of Kratos' axe, man. Especially when he's redacted. Klein started with like 2 pounds. Now bro has 600 pounds. Good stuff. But he just lost so much of it, dude. He's down to 40, dude. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. It can be exchanged for the true... Oh, wait. I nodded. No, he nodded and placed the box on his lap. It can be exchanged for the true root of juice of a mistrent. My magician potion is only missing the spiritual fluid of a dark patterned black panther. I've made a good deal of money in the past few commissions, and together with my original savings and what I just have left, I have 209 pounds, 5 solas, and 5 pennies on me. The beyond ingredients corresponding to sequence 7 are valued at 500 to 700 pounds. I still have to sell formulas or knowledge. Yes, I'll take the time to check on Leopard this week and confirm the progress of his bicycle. Klein stopped bidding and quietly. Oh yeah, that's right. He's gonna make so much money when this bike business starts, bro. Like once it booms. Klein stopped bidding and quietly watched for the sidelines. Later on, someone bought the Whip of Slowness for 440 pounds, and the Beyond ingredients called Heart of Featherman wasn't sold because its price reached 1,600 pounds and nobody wanted it. According to his knowledge of mysticism, Klein knew that the Beyond ingredients would be classified in the category of Sequence 4. In the following transactions, more failed than succeed. After all, most of the Beyonders who came to the gathering had a specific purpose, and they wouldn't casually waste money and resources. They weren't like Klein, who had bought any weapons as long as the Beyond effects were good enough. I want to sell a potion formula, Sequence 9 Corpse Collector, R.I.P. 220 pounds towards the end, a man sitting quietly in the corner said with a deep voice, Corpse Collector. I remember that this potion formula can only be found in the Church of the Ammonite Goddess, Church of the God of Combat, and the Numinous Episcopate. I read that wrong. That pudding pays deaf. Has an undercover Nighthawk sneaked in, or is he a member of the Numinous Episcopate? I will use Google Translate. Who's trying to revive Death? You don't gotta revive Death, Zik is already here. Of course, it isn't that strange for low sequence formulas to be found in the wild. This isn't a huge secret. I remember Old Neil mentioned that the formula... Rest in peace. I remember Old Neil mentioning that the formula for Corpse Collector involved a desiccated black spotted frog. Klein controlled himself and didn't smile. He thoughtfully looked ahead and discovered that the potion formula of Corpse Collector was quickly sold. The potion formula for Sequence 9 is very easy to sell. Before, there was just a single Sequence 8 Folk of Rage formula that failed to close several times, while my light supplicant formula matched with Sequence 9 Bard was sold relatively easy. Yes, most Beyonders would collect Sequence 9 formulas if they had the money to spare. They can give their own children and students more opportunities to choose from, allowing them to walk a path that they preferred. Under this, that makes sense. Under this premise, if a Sequence 8 formula doesn't have the foundation Sequence 9, they would have to wait for Beyonders who are attempting to advance, and they might not even be one, and there might not even be 1 to 2 years. There might not even be one in 1 to 2 years. I read that wrong. After all, the circuit of Beyonders is very scattered and most people don't know about the acting method. That is true. Yes, they also don't know the law of Beyonder characteristics, conservation, and indescribability. Clyde silently thought and didn't speak. After about 15 minutes, seeing that the gathering was about to end, he asked probingly, who has the complete spinal fluid of a dark patterned black panther? Silence. No one spoke in the living room. Klein thought for a moment, then added, I will provide payment that no Beyonder would refuse. For example, the law of Beyonder characteristics, confirmation, and indescribability. Unfortunately, I've already sworn to the goddess that I wouldn't impart the acting method to anyone else. I've already died once. I wonder if that oath is invalid. Oh, that is true. Since he's technically dead, would that vow be, like, lifted? Oh, that makes sense. That's a really good observation. Klein forcefully retracted his scattered thoughts, but he still didn't hear anyone speak. Okay, next, he deliberately made a shrug that he wouldn't normally do. The apocryphy cleared his throat and said, I've brought quite a few of my own medicine. Take a look at what you want. It's not expensive at all. It's just a few pounds or even a few solely. When the lady selling Beyonder weapons heard this, she asked curiously, I want to know if the dangerous beast in the sewers has been eliminated. The apocryphy snorted immediately. You asked the right person. After saying that, he spread out his hands. I don't know either. After I got someone to make a police report, I haven't been to the sewers ever since. Bro, you're asking for a beating. It must have been hard for you to grow up so healthy. From the looks of it, it was very wise of you to choose the apocryphy job. Klein couldn't help but lampoon in Chinese. Oh, he said that in Chinese? Like, this motherfucker. The woman took a deep breath and slowly exhaled without saying a word. When all the strange medicine in the apocryphy had bought were sold, Eye of Wisdom announced that the gathering was over. He delegated Klein to be fifth to leave through a secret passage in the basement. From the looks of it, Eye of Wisdom didn't recognize me either. That's true. With some relief, Klein took off his hooded robe and tossed it to the attendant. Then he walked out of the passage and skillfully circled around. After confirming that no one was following him, he took off his iron mask, left the secluded street, took the box containing the axe of a hurricane, and headed straight to the East Borough. There were no gas lamps on Black Palm Street in the East Borough, and after dark, it was like an abyss. One sec. I don't even know what song this is. I keep forgetting the City song. It's okay. The world had... I lost my place. There were no glass. I found it. In a particular apartment here, Klein sealed the room with a wall of spirituality. Then he summoned himself and carried the axe of hurricane above the gray fog. If it had been a little heavier, I wouldn't have been able to carry it with me. Even if I had Mr. Ezek's copper whistle to reinforce my spirit, then I would have to switch to a sacrificial ritual. Crying. Klein mumbled, sending his thoughts to the illusionary star corresponding to the sun. The world has sacrificed the weapon to me. You can prepare the bestowment ritual. City of Silver. Upon seeing the gray fog and hearing Mr. Fool's instruction, Derek Berg immediately sat up and rushed to prepare. Oh, he's gonna get his weapon. Before holding the bestowment ceremony, he suddenly took out his knight's sword and made a few vertical slashes to ease his anticipation. Would it be a straight sword, a broadsword, or a rapier? Derek stopped without realizing, unable to stop himself from thinking, and subconsciously pictured himself using this. Oh, he's not even picturing an axe. Picturing himself using that powerful weapon. After a while, during the ritual, he saw the Beyonder weapon that belonged to him. It was an axe. I wonder if he's gonna be like sad or disappointed, because he's like, I want a great sword. Like this guy really wants to be Guts. Okay, let's update the chapter and see. Let's see what he says. All right, update the chapter. I got you. I remember today. I'm remembering. The sun is dropping loot. Yeah, he is, bro. He's about to get that gold star, bro. All right, let's update. Pause. 275. Let me drink some 7-Up. Track this down. Bear with me. Okay. Never. Always. I actually forgot this time. You know when was the only time I forgot to update the timestamps on my end? The fucking last Lord of Mystery stream we did for volume 1. I forgot to do timestamps because I was so fucking hyped that I forgot. That was actually kind of funny. Okay, 27 minutes, 38 seconds. Yeah, dude, I just quick. I need to quickly apologize that I have not been reading manhwa. I've been falling behind so low on time, but I know most of you really like Lord of Mysteries, right? Like that's like a majority of you guys are here. Almost all of you guys are here for Lord of Mysteries, right? So since I've been falling behind, I'm like, okay, I need to stop manhwa right now do Lord of Mysteries before we go on break, right? And then if I have time, do other stuff, right? And I know I've been playing Monster Hunter. So tomorrow we'll read Lord of Mysteries after I react 6-hour stream today. No, dude. Man, when can I do it? I don't know. You accidentally turned the chapter count blue? What did I do? What did I turn blue? You're attracting LOTM code? I think I am. Yeah, I know, man. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do like at least a 6-hour stream, bro, before I go to Japan. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to, I definitely won't be able to do one in Japan. Unless I have a day where I'm like bedridden because I walked all day. I'm like, I can't go. Then maybe I can do it from bed. He's trolling. Oh, I'm sorry, I had a burp, but we'll see. Wait, Easy Geeky, you're accidentally turned the chapter count blue. Okay, yeah. You fucking were trolling. I was looking at it. It's like, how the fuck did I do that? I can select. Hold up. I can select the font. How does that one look? Does that font look better? I feel like that one fits Lord of Mysteries a little bit more, right? Or nah? Or nah? You guys let me know. I kind of like that font. Don't pink for trolls. Better in my opinion. I low-key think that's better. Aesthetically, I feel like it fits Lord of Mysteries a little bit more. See, he's a provoker. He accidentally changed the font? Nah, that wasn't on accident. No, I kind of like it. Okay, we're good. Turn the volume up a bit. Chapter? It does fit better, but we've had the old font for so long now. I'm gonna miss it. We'll change it back here and there. We'll mix it up. Chapter 275 is called Pound Family. I remember this name before. Dear Mr. Fool, please tell Mr. World that I'll try to gather the Mist Trent's true roots and juice as soon as possible. After receiving the son's reply, Klein nodded indescribably and muttered to himself. From the looks of it, he's rather satisfied with his weapon. Oh, he's excited. I need more shorts on LOTM. Let me awkwardly pause this video. I got you. So I came across a dilemma. I think I need to use like an AI software that just does the shorts for me. Cause like I don't have time. I've noticed, I've tried doing it. Like I'll go back, I'll listen to the old streams, but like, you know, since I don't have time to like stream, it's also kind of hard to like listen to it like on my free time and then pick out good moments. So what I think, I'm gonna use a software or something that can just do the shorts for me. And I feel like that's kind of weird. Or like, I feel like it's not, bro misread shots to shorts. Oh, I thought you said short. I thought you said shorts. Oh, I need more shots. Either get someone to do it for you or use AI, yeah. If you just shorts, it doesn't matter. Get someone on Discord to do it. In the free time. No, I feel bad, bro. Like, nah, I feel bad. Nah, like, nah. And even for the official web novel channel is using trash AI. Oh, really? Badoon moment? Yeah, you know what? Hold up. We have not had a Badoon moment in a cool minute. We actually haven't had one of those moments. It's been a while, dude. It's been a while since we had a Badoon moment. I read fucking shorts, not shots. Man, he needs his injection of LOTM. I thought he said I need more shorts. But I think I found a way to do more shorts. I think I found something. I know I was loading there. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. After receiving the suds... Oh, no, I need to pause the video again. 1 sec. You digested your Badoon potion long ago. It's like, I'm unstoppable, dude. Yeah, I'm unstoppable, guys. Okay. Okay, now we can keep going. Okay, now we can keep... Okay, now we can keep going. After receiving the son's reply... Clyde nodded indiscriminately and muttered to himself, from the looks of it, he's rather satisfied with his weapon. I think the song doesn't fit. I'm gonna skip to the next one. That one doesn't fit either. That also doesn't fit. Even without the additional effects from the environment, the axe of a hurricane is still quite a formidable weapon. He had passed the information regarding the Beyonder weapon's characteristics and limitations to the sun. He didn't describe it directly in order to avoid sounding naggy. He needed to maintain his image. After doing all of this, Klein didn't stay any longer and immediately returned to the real world, changed his clothes, and left Black Palm Street. East borrowed Daravi Street and a cramped but lively pub. Shio Derecha covered her nose and mouth as she squeezed in. To her, oh my god, I'm so out of it now. Oh my god, now I'm reading all bad. To her, what was bad about this place wasn't just because it smelled of alcohol and sweat, but that she would easily encounter people much taller than she was. Oh, you're right. You guys did say she's actually pretty small, right? I forgot about that. But she would easily encounter people much taller than she was. She had to face... what? She had to face her armpit. I thought she like deliberately looked at her armpits. She had to face her armpits and the strong odor was nauseating. Using a great deal of effort and even using the powers of an arbiter, she's using her beyond her powers. Chio finally squeezed her way to the bar counter and saw the man she was looking for. It was a young man in his 20s. He had a face as long and thin as a horse. His eyebrows were messy and ferocious, but his facial... I read that wrong. His eyebrows were messy and ferocious, but his facial features were relatively soft. He was gulping down alcohol and laughing loudly with the patrons around him. Williams, I have something to talk to you about. Shio banged on the wooden counter. This boorish action immediately attracted many angry gazes. However, they quickly retreated under the stern gaze of an arbiter. Oh, Shio, I haven't seen you in days. Let me see. It's been a week. No, at least 3 weeks. Care for a drink? Half and half. Williams said, half drunk and half surprised. Half and half was one of the most popular alcoholic beverages in Eastboro, made from malt beer and fortified grape wine, and because it was precisely made up of two constituents of equal proportion, it was also known as half and half. Are you really going to let me drink? Shio pricked up her brows. No, he doesn't. The boss, who was whipping the glasses, hurriedly answered Williams on behalf. He clearly remembered how deadly the girl would become when she got drunk. What? Does she get like scary when she's drunk? She would use her fists to persuade the guests. Wait, what? She would use her fists to persuade the guests to quit drinking and throw them out one by one. The corner of William's mouth twitched as he spread out his hands and said, go on, why are you looking for me? He was on the East Borough's informant and was connected to several gangs. Shio frowned and said, Williams, can't you quit drinking, save your money, marry a nice girl, and come home every day to hot water, food, and warm greetings? You can share all the things you've seen in that day with her, and she can tell you about the trivial things that happen in your house. And there will be cute kids who will kiss you on the cheek and play around you. Isn't such warmth nice? She was able to gain a quick foothold in Backland's Eastboro, all thanks to William's help. So she had always wanted him to be better off. Warmth? William scoffed. It's built on the money I bring back, and I've seen through the farce. If I can bring home 20 solely a week, I'm sure my family would be warm and just as you described it to be. But if not, Lord of the Streams and insults of the woman, from cries of shrieks of children, would drive me crazy. My mom is a good example. Every time my old man comes home, he'll beat me up and make a ruckus. So if that's the case, I might as well use the solely and the pence on me to trade for drinks. No one cares how much I earn here. Everyone drinks and chats, and the mood is really good. If I want women, there are cute street girls outside. They wouldn't quarrel with you. Shio smirked and said, you really are an incorrigible believer of the Lord of Storms. One day you'll die from alcoholism or some strange disease. At least I've enjoyed life. William replied without minding what she said. I haven't worked in almost 3 years, so I'm not going to give you a discount. Shio stopped persuading him. She stroked her short, disheveled blonde hair and handed him to the portrait of Lebanese that Audrey had given her. Help me keep an eye out for this man. Find him as soon as possible. Here are different portraits of him. William spread out the pieces of paper in his stupor. At it before tisking. He looks too ordinary, and there aren't many people in Eastboro. There are people who die at any moment. Some leave, some come, and others become vagrants. It'll be difficult to find him. In short, help me keep an eye out. Notify me immediately if you find anyone who looks like him. Chio took out 5 solely bill and handed it to him. Here's some beer money. If you can find the person in the portrait, I'll give you another 10 pounds. 10 pounds. William whistled. Shio, when did you become so generous? Or is this person worth more? That's how much his reward is worth. 10 pounds for providing clues. Shield pretended to look around the pub and answered, "Don't forget about this matter. I'll come back in a few days' time." She had already run through nearly half of Eastboro and issued the mission to gang leaders and informants she knew, and she had paid several pounds in advance. Oh, so she's just paying a lot of people. As long as one of them succeeds, I'll earn it all back, all those profits. Shield suddenly cheered herself on and walked out of the pub with her nose and her mouth covered. At that moment, the scene gradually turned chaotic due to some conflict between a few drunkards. Shield glanced over in exasperation, then raised her voice and shouted, "Stop!" A sense of dominance reverberated within the pub and it was as though the drunkards had met their nemesis. As they hurriedly sat down, some of them even hugged their heats and squatted on the ground. Phew. I wonder when all advanced to sheriff. Shield sighed, feeling a mix of satisfaction and anticipation. On Thursday morning, Klein took the long trip to St. George Borough, which was like another city altogether, to show some concern for his first investment. With his last tip, oh, I get it. Never mind, I was saying the wrong thing. With his last tip and revelation from Brazil's manuscript, Lepper was progressively very quickly on the bicycle project and had already built a crude prototype. This was very much in line with Klein's impression of bicycles. After a trial ride, Klein offered a few suggestions for improvement, saying he would disperse the second investment payment next week and expressed his hope of bringing in new investors as soon as possible so that the project could enter an industrial phase. The only problem was that Leopard believed that he was the inventor and had the right to name the product. He wasn't satisfied with the term bicycle and intended to adore a more popular term, bike. Okay. Klein didn't care. At noon, he returned to 15 Mink Street, but before he could take off his hat, he heard a series of illusionary pleas. Miss Justice? Is Audrey praying? She has just collected information on an object noble so quickly. Still in thought, Klein prepared to enter the living room and head to the second floor. At that moment, he heard the doorbell. And when he opened the door, he saw Julian, the maid from the Samir's next door. "Mr. Moriarty, Miss Samir would like to invite you to Sunday luncheon. Lunch? Just say lunch. Sunday lunch? Luncheon? There will be a lot of neighbors attending," the maid said as if she was reciting something. After his return last night, Klein had handed the portable camera to Miss Samir and exchanged a few words with her, but he hadn't received any indication of luncheon. That's right. According to the magazines, the middle class wouldn't invite anyone to an event in person, but instead they formally sent their servants or maids to send the invitation. This is in line with Miss Samir's style. Klein was puzzled at first before he immediately came to realization, so he had promised to punctually attend on Sunday. Who wouldn't want to have free lunch? And Mr. and Miss Samir aren't very difficult people to get along with. As long as you don't mind their showing off, Klein secretly added in his heart. He watched as Julian left. He closed the door behind him and walked towards the stairs, his eyes scanning the slightly messy living room, dining room, and kitchen. "It's been a few days since I've cleaned up. I'm a bachelor, so it's not that bad. I'm able to maintain a level of tidiness such as this. I have too many secrets and I might even suffer an attack. It's not too good to just hire an in-house maid servant for chores. Yes, I should discuss this with Miss Samir on Sunday and ask her to send her maid to clean up twice a week. I'll pay for it. Many tenants and landlords have had similar agreements." Klein calmly walked into the bedroom on the second floor and drew the curtains. After entering the fog, he found that the prayer had indeed come from Miss Justice. The girl of blue blood sat on a piano stool, her hands on the keys. She wasn't playing the piano. Instead, she was whispering the honorific name of the fool that doesn't belong to this era. "I've gathered the information regarding the abject nobles. I'm requesting permission to hold a sacrificial ritual and seek your help in passing it to Mr. World." "That's quick." As expected of a professional, Klein immediately responded. Audrey, who had just returned from the Royal Coat of Arms office and experts in the field, completed the sacrificial ritual with a little unfamiliarity as she threw the thick manuscript into the illusionary door. "I'll pass it to the world." Klein's tone was indifferent as he cut off the connection. This time he was in no hurry to return to the real world. Instead, he flipped through the manuscript and found the part pertaining to the Pound family. The Pound family had indeed obtained the title of Viscount from the Battle of the Violated Oath. After that, they were loyal to the royal family, and they had quite a bit of power in the army and their own fiefdom. However, 32 years ago, two of the family's heirs died from serious illnesses, one after another. At that moment, the old Viscount had no choice but to bring the child of a distant relative home. Not long after the old Viscount passed away, As the child was still young, under the enticement and instigation of the servants, he changed to butler and turned foopish. In just 8 years, he had lost most of his fortune and was reduced to a baron. Even when the family house in Buckland was sold, in the years that followed, his title was reduced once again to that of the baronet. Died of serious illness. Their corpses are probably nowhere to be found. They should all be in that investment room and an underground structure outside the bloody door. The old Viscount must have deliberately concealed the matter, preventing the royal family, military, or churches to investigate. From the looks of it, the Pound family must have discovered the underground structure from the 4th epoch just about 30 years ago. Perhaps the underground secret door was built by them, but there are more than 2 corpses in that room. There were others who had entered in ancient times to probe the area. Well, I'll have to talk to Baronet Pound in a way that won't reveal my identity. Klein stopped thinking and looked at the last paragraphs. He saw that they wanted Baronet Pound, currently living in 29 Civilis Street, Emperor's Borough. Okay, fight. Monsters Peak and nothing else. Psh, man, right now, I'm really liking Shepard, guys. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm in love with Shepard. That pathway, go. It's sick. It's awesome. Take pride and secure about their look. I mean, we'll see. All right, let's pause. Update. Next chapter. Okay. 276. I'm either going to do 4 chapters or 5 chapters. Just heads up, because I'm still not done shopping. Yeah, and I still need to get a few things. Once Easy is more advanced in L2, we need him to do a pathway tier list. Bro, that'd be so fucking sick. Man, in a perfect world, I would have been caught up with my notes. I would have done my review by now on Volume 1. I can still do my review on Volume 1. I don't need my fucking notes. I don't need my notes anymore. I mean, I'm still going to do the notes for us, but I don't need my notes for the review. I want to do a review before I leave. I need to do it. In a perfect world, everything would have been caught up and up to date. Damn. Marauder? Marauder. I'm fucking kidding. I said that so wrong. I scuffed that pronunciation, dude. Thank you, guys. There's almost 20 of you guys here. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's so easy. You should try it. What? What's your Haley? Check out here, helping unhinged digest this potion. I want to switch to Marauder. Shh, bro, I am on the... I don't know, man. Sleepless and Shepherd are, like, really good, man. Secret Second Lane is halfway second to Apprentice. It's not almost... We are 20 here. Oh, thank you. There's 20 of you guys here now. Thank you. You guys are making me blush, dude. Thank you. That's fucking awesome, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, my back. Okay, hold up. Look, we're gonna keep it straight. I think I'm gonna just read one more chapter, because I have to be in bed in 2.5 hours. A lot of people want to be caught up in the Assassin Pathway. Like, I need to be in bed in 2.5 hours, and I still need to buy souls. Because, look, I think for my Japan trip, I'm gonna be walking around in some Vans, right? I think I'm gonna do it in Vans, but since they're still thin, I'm thinking of just buying like a sole replacement, like a sole insert that's like a really soft cushioning. But I think that's the plan. So I still need to go find some, just try it out. If not, I have to go see what kind of walking shoes or running shoes I have in my closet and see what's best. Okay, but I think I might just do one more chapter. Nice kicks, Unk. Pff, bro, you know it, man. You know what's fucking crazy? Hold up. I'm gonna go on a quick 2-minute fucking rant, bro. Get a flip-flop, brother? I am. I'm gonna buy, like, a good pair of sandals, or I'm gonna take my old flip-flops that Ellie has ripped up. So when my legs hurt, I'm gonna just fucking start walking around in Japan with flip-flops. Hold up. Let me go on a quick rant. You know what shit pisses me off? Every store I've fucking been to, no fucking store sells classic Adidas. No single... Wow, man. I need to wash them. Woo. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, it's a weird smell. No, stop stalling and start reading so you can go to sleep. I know. But just quick fucking rant. No store sells regular Adidas. Like, why? They sell, like, Sambas and, like, all these other, like versions that I don't like, when all I want is like classic Adidas. Like, is that so hard to get? But no. I was actually trying to buy a new pair of... I was actually trying to replace these Vans because I've had them for like 5-6 years. Steal some? Nah, we can't do that. Get some Orpheric and Soles in some few months ago, and they are great. Get some Orophobia. I'm gonna copy that. Hold up, plastic giant. Let me copy that. Geta, Japanese word for sandals. You know what? Maybe I don't take my sandals and I buy sandals over there. Ah, I see you guys. Wait, hold up. Let me type this. Orthopedic soles. Oh, is that like the brand? Okay, I'll leave it open. I'll leave it open. Ripstream. It's Adidas. Not Adidas. FF? What happened? Oh no! We'll never have a good... We will. The kicks broke the stream. Not the stream perfectly fine. Replicating how I normally watch them. Are we good? We back? There we go. We're good? It's still laggy on my end. We're good? Okay, last chapter. We'll just go straight into it. Last chapter. Okay, we'll go straight into the last chapter. Chapter 276 is called Rafter Pound. Civilis Prefecture was located west of the Lowen Kingdom, across the Hornicus mountain range from the Intis Republic, and in Buckland. There is a street named after it on the edge of the Emperor's Borough, where the headquarters of the Capital Police Department was located. Many people chose to settle down here for the peace of mind, and Rafter Pound was one of them. The baronet stood by the closed window in his warm activity room at Unit 29 in his cotton quilled pajamas, staring diagonally across the street at Civilis Yard. Seems good now. We're back. Oh, thank God. Praise the fool. He was in his early 40s, but the sides of his hair had turned white. He had puffy eyes and clear wrinkles on his face. His body constantly emitted the smell of alcohol. On the floor behind Rafter lay some torn lingerie, and opposed to it was a burning fireplace. The baronet raised his glass and gulped the rest of the liquid in it. Then he walked slowly to the door and returned to his bedroom to get some sleep. As there was no pipe to transfer the heart from the fireplace, he felt the bone-chilling chill of the late autumn as soon as he left the activity room. Damn it. Rafter Pound... What? Rafter Pound cursed under his breath as he staggered to the bedroom door as he twisted the handle. The bedroom was dark with only a faint crimson glow in the shining in. Rafter was about to close the door behind him and collapse into the bed when his eyes suddenly froze. A figure was sitting quietly on a chair beside the curtain. The figure wore a pair of grayish blue pants and a cap. The entire person was completely hidden in the shadows. Sensing Baronet Pound's gaze, the man slowly raised his head and looked over. His face was painted red, yellow, and white, looking like the funniest clown. I understood the reference. Raftier was about to shout and run when he saw a revolver aimed at him and heard two deeps and hoarse sentences. I advise you not to do anything unwise. If you cooperate, I won't harm you, and I won't take away your belongings if you still have any left. Raftier Pound's express changed a few times, and his very obedient closed the bedroom door. Thus, he half raised his hands and sat on the edge of the bed. What do you want from me? He hiccuped in a drunken stupor as his body trembled slightly, and as he reminded, Civilis Yard is just across the street. I know, but I think I'm closer to you than you are to Civilis Yard. Disgusted as a clown, Klein had changed his voice and tone as he warned, and my purpose is just to ask you a few questions. Before he came to Civilis Street, he had divined if there would be any danger in making this trip in the mysterious space above the gray fog, and had obtained an answer that was very safe. Questions. Raftier's lip trembled as laughed bitterly. Here we go again, and I am never going to skip this nightmare. Have you been Oh my god. Have there been many people coming to you with questions? Klein continued the topic. No, not only questions. After my uncle, the Honorable Old Viscount, passed away, too many things that happened to me. The amid old butler resigned for no reason and had vanished. Those servants and maids would change one after another without warning, becoming unfamiliar and cold. They were looking for someone, yes. They were looking for something. I wasn't even 10 back then. All I can do was watch, and I didn't dare tell anyone. I was afraid that I would never wake up again. Raftir replied as though he was on the brink of collapse. Looking for something. Were they searching for an underground structure or the treasures of the Pound family? Oh no, my stream. Oh no, rip. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, when did it change? Such as the beyond characteristics in the mythical items buried near the evil spirit. The royal family and the churches must have realized that this, as the higher ups must have known about the law of beyond characteristics, conservation, and indescribability. Since the Pound family was in ruins, these things should have been taken back, right? Unless the old Viscount paid a huge price and bought some of the rare beyond characteristics and mystical items of the same sequence to conceal the matter of the underground structure. After Klein finished listening quietly, he generated many guesses. He seemed relaxed, but in reality, he could attack at any time. How long has it been going on for? I don't know. There are faces around me and I don't know. How can I be sure that the remaining people aren't also in cahoots? Heh. I pretend not to notice anything. After trembling for a few seconds, I was enticed by them to do drinking, sex, gambling, smoking marijuana, and all sorts of things that make me look like a piece of trash. Raftir Pound gave a somewhat crazy laugh. They finally relieved and are no longer watching me. When I sold the house, whoosh, all of them left, with no idea where they went. No, they just still be secretly monitoring me, preventing me from calling the police. Right, they aren't letting me call the police. Okay, I am sensing a mystery. This fellow has some mental illnesses. I have no idea if what he said is true or false. In his aura, the change in his mood colors adhere to the logic, but what if he just feels that he had let down the old Viscount and fantasized the whole sequence of events like this to find an excuse for his degeneration? Later, he would keep telling himself until he utterly convinced as a qualified keyboard warrior. Klein, who knew a little of everything, had seen familiar cases in his previous life. After thinking for 2 seconds, he asked, "What did these people ask you?" "They asked me how the 2 children of the old Viscount died. They asked me what abnormal behavior the old Viscount had over the years. I wasn't even 10 years old at the time, so I don't know anything." Raftir waved his arms and glowed under his breath. "Calm down, please calm down." Klein lowered his left hand and attempted to confirm if Baronet Pound knew of the underground structure via multiple angles. Time flew by as the question and answer seasons ensured. Klein said in a hoarse voice, "You really don't seem to know anything. I'm very sorry to bother, but I'm very sorry to bother you, but it's time for me to leave." He stood up, bowed slightly, and appeared very well mannered. And almost at the same time, the excitement and appearance of having a breakdown on Raftir Pound's face vanished. His light blue eyes became abnormally. What you mean, Rip? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did die. I think it's back now. Yeah, I know. I think it crashed for a few seconds. It got a little laggy. His light blue eyes became abnormally deep, as though he was examining something. When he saw the intruder about to step up straight, he immediately reverberated back to his previous performance. Grief, anger, madness, bitterness, and neuroticism. At that moment, a mysterious voice suddenly resounded in his ears. "Crimson." Klein injected spirituality into the slumber charm and threw it at Raftir with his unarmed left hand. Amidst the crisp, crackling sounds, a strong sense of serenity spread out, enveloping the baronet, causing him to shut his eyes involuntarily and fall weakly onto the bed. What? I'm sorry, the questions from before are for the comparison of what shall ensue. Next, in the process of entering your dream and spirit channeling, Klein... Oh, he's going to enter his dreams. Klein patted Raftir's pajamas, and with his hand on his chest, he made another bow. Then he used a dream charm and entered Raftir's dream like a nightmare. In the gray, fragmentary, constantly consorted world, Klein soberly walked beside Raftir, watching him see the black face of the servants and maids. No, blank faces of the servants and maids who had no facial features as they gave off abnormal and frightening vibes. He saw Raftir turning his head only to always see an old face silently gazing at him, watching him curl up in the corner, shivering, and him being enveloped by a shadow little by little. This matches what he had described earlier. Klein tried to guide the dream to make sense of the situation, but it was as though Baronet... I scrolled down too much. But it was as though Baronet Pound had a very serious psychological trauma over these matters. Any tiny bit of stimulation would cause him to scream and run like a madman in his dreams. This made it impossible for Klein to get any more information. Thus, he withdrew from the dream and cast another slumber charm on Raftir Pound before taking out a mantha extract and other materials in preparation of the channel of the spirit into a mediumship ritual. After responding to himself, Klein's spirituality passed through the storm and through the storm of thoughts and saw the illusionary image of Raftir, an illusionary image based on the body of heart and mind. What did the old Viscount say to you before he died? Klein hesitated for a moment before asking. Raftir Pound muddled headedly replied, he wants me to maintain the family. What else? Klein asked in a tone of deliberate determination. He wanted me to remember the glory of our ancestors. Raftir answered blankly. Klein nodded and asked, what were those people looking for? I don't know. Raftir gave the same answer. Klein continued asking and compared it with answers Pound had said before, finally coming to the conclusion that Bernard Pound had not lied and what he had just said was true. At this point, he didn't stay any longer. He passed through the storm of thoughts and allowed his extended spirituality to return to his body. Next, Klein methodically tidied up the scene and tossed the Zig's copper whistle a few times, using its nature to interfere with any possible divination investigations. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Burnett. After doing all this, Klein bowed once again. Then he turned open the window, jumped into the street, and disappeared into the night. After a while, Raftir Pound suddenly opened his eyes. Around those light blue eyes, there was a circle of ruptured capillaries. He flipped himself up and suddenly stared at the open oriel window. After making a long detour to Eastborough, Klein washed the disguise and changed it into normal clothes. As if nothing had happened, he returned to 15 Mink Street in Sherwood Borough. He didn't rest, nor did he think about what he should do with the underground structure. Instead, he once again entered the fog. At that very moment of the ancient long table, Klein slowly opened his palm, revealing the several strands of brown hair. Hair? They were Raftir Pound's hair. What? When did he take his hair? They were Raftir Pound's hair. Hair had gathered when Raftir was sleeping. There's still the final step, confirming with divination above the gray fog. Klein slowly muttered to himself, then he conjured a pen and paper. He wrote down the content that he had already thought about beforehand. Raftir Pound's future. I want to see what will happen to you in the future so as to confirm the past. Klein leaned back in his chair and began reciting the divination statement. As the ancient structure involved the 6 orthodox gods, he was afraid that there would be problems if he divined something directly. So he changed his way of thinking and helped Raftir Pound ask about the future. Okay. The stream was actually a little bit cursed. Yeah. Sekiro cooked his computer last stream? Nah, it's not that. I don't know, man. I've just had bad and the chapter's not loading. Yeah, it's just been kind of slow recently. Well, we did it. Awesome. Let me update this. One sec. We did it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the last chapter. Yeah, I still need to be in bed in 2 hours. I don't even think I might have time to go shopping. I might have finally back. Just yeah, no, we're finally back. It's just a little laggy. Shit, man. Overall, we'll do overall thoughts. Okay, now we can do our overall thoughts. Finally back, just very laggy. Mine's just a black screen now. Rip. Stream is actually on just barely playing. I think it might be because I have low latency. I've noticed when I have bad internet signal, if I have on low latency, it's just bad. Bravo, but we did it. Oh my god, man, we're back. We're back. We did 4 chapters. Okay, tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be a long Lord of Mystery stream. The stream survived until the end. It did survive. Yeah, so tomorrow, I'm going to react to the state of play. I am praying on every Orthodox god that we get anything new Bloodborne related. Give me an update, a remaster, remake, Bloodborne 2. Just give me something Bloodborne. And I think I'll be good. And then after we're done with that, I think it's only like a 40-minute state of play. After we're done with that 40-minute state of play, we'll read a little bit more Lord of Mysteries. I might just read another hour or so. I'm not entirely sure. Because Thursday's stream is going to be a little late as well. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go watch the new Captain America movie. And I may or may not do my first movie review. I mean, we'll see how I'm feeling when I get out. Def going to be rewatching the VOD later. I know. Don't worry. I'll have the VOD up as quickly as I can. We've been streaming for like an hour and 15. The read-through was only like 50 minutes. So we had all the pauses. Well, it makes sense. With a higher latency, you have longer time to fix your internet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So I just heads up. I think tomorrow we'll do normal latency just to see if the internet doesn't get this buffery. But so far, I'm liking what I'm reading. Bloodborne, I ask. Oh my god, bro. I will. No, I gotta be PG-13. No, we will. We will keep it safe for work. But I'll be very happy if we get Bloodborne tomorrow. I just gotta add, as soon as you said the stream survived, I thought it died and you jinxed it for a second. No. So far, we're good. But I like it. That was a fun little read-through. I know it was only 4 chapters, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we only read 4 chapters. Tomorrow, we're shooting for 4 to 5 chapters again with limited time because we still have to do a lot of planning and last-minute shopping for our big trip coming up in a few weeks. But I think we're going to leave it there. We're going to eat. I was going to say we're going to eat it there. We're going to leave it there. I'll see you guys tomorrow in case you guys want to watch the State of Play with me. And then we'll hop into a little bit more Lord of Mysteries. I like where the series is going. It's been fun. It's exciting. It's a lot different compared to Volume 1 start. I feel like Volume 1 had more, I guess, quote-unquote mystery and like intrigue in the beginning because the world was so new and fresh to me. But I feel like now that I know so much of the world and lore, I don't know if I'm going to get hit with like... I know I am going to get hit. I am going to get hit with all these crazy revelations leading in the future. There's so many pathways that I just don't know where it can go. It feels less confusing. It does feel less confusing. But a part of me kind of misses that. Like, a part of me kind of misses being so confused and lost in Volume 1, right? But no, it's cool. I know we're still going to get those moments. This series has been so good, right? And it has to have 1,400 chapters and called Lord of Mysteries. And, like, it keeps up the mystery and intrigue every volume. And I feel like it should get more confusing. But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know. Didn't mention we did our first movie night on Discord. We did! You guys... Wait, I didn't even join! I'm not... Here's the thing. I'm not able to join the calls. I'm not able to join the Discord calls. Don't worry, Playing in Mystery still. Bet. Yeah, if you guys would like to join our Discord, we have movie nights. You'll get hit until the end. About to get hit by that redacted. Bro, I'm ready. Bro, you know nothing? What was that? Was that a bro? You know nothing, Jon Snow? Was that a Game of Thrones mysteries? I know. I caught that. All right, guys. I'll leave it there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And peace. Have a beautiful day. All right, later, guys. Oh wait! Before I end stream, I read a little bit of the Discord messages. I don't know how I feel about all the, I guess, not safe for work chatting. So I don't know if we should reset general or we spread the message in the Discord. No, you guys aren't cooked. Or we spread the message in the Discord that we probably shouldn't be doing not safe for work talks. Oh no, he's like, yeah, no, it's like every 2 weeks, Friday night movies. Bet. So bi-weekly movie nights? No, I know, bet. I'm excited. You know what, guys? I will definitely fucking join that movie night in Japan. I will definitely join that movie night, that Friday movie night in Japan. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna join it. Because, hold up, I have to see what time I'm gonna be at the airport. I think we can do it. I'm not doing anything. No, I know it's not you, Beck. I'm pretty sure it wasn't you. I saw a recurring individual. I'm telling you, bro, they be saying weird stuff every day. I know. I'll probably make an announcement. It's the others. Banish them. No, we don't need to banish. Should I be more strict? I think we should be more strict on Romero. Like, I'm like, the thing is, it's like, it's inappropriate, right? Like, we're here for Lord of Mysteries, and I'd like to keep it safe, right? Just ban the 2 kids. I'm really look. Okay, I'm gonna do one more announcement, and we're gonna do like strikes. I'm gonna do it. I'll do one announcement, like just like I don't want to say zero tolerance, but we're gonna stop the not safe for work discussions. Like I get it. But you guys can, like, if you guys are going to engage in that, do it. Tell us so they can stop. I know, I'm going to say it right. Yeah, I'll say it right now once I end stream. Yeah, no. Yeah, so I'll make an announcement. Like, this is not safe for work deception. Like, even alluding to it. The garlic phone call showed me how corrupted you all are. I don't even know what that is. Romero, don't target me, please. No, you're okay. Is you who the worst? or tell the mod so that they can warn them in private. I mean, look, no, we're not gonna be pointing, not right. No name pointing, but I'll do. We're not gonna do any name pointing, no name calling, no he said she said, but I'll make an announcement. I'm bringing in all the MI9 next time. Yeah, I'll do an announcement. Okay, no, I mean, I'll make an announcement, and we'll keep tabs on the strike if it gets out of hand. We'll do like a little tally mark. Not 3 strikes and you're out, but like, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll make an announcement. All right, I'm gonna end it right there. I'll see you guys later. I had a fun stream. Even though it was a short 1 hour Lord of Mystery stream, I still had fun. I had a blast. All right, guys. Peace. To the 14 of you guys still here. I will execute orders. No execute order 66. I'll do an announcement. And chat on screen more delayed than usual. A little bit. I think it is. Actually, no. That loaded kind of quickly. I mean, we'll just make an announcement. Ciao. Yeah, bye, easy. Take care, guys. I think I'm gonna save my shopping for tomorrow or the weekend. I'm gonna do all my stuff over the weekend. Thanks for the stream. No, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I know I've been a little inconsistent recently. I know for a fact I've been kind of inconsistent January and then this month. Okay, you guys gonna start getting kicked by me? Oh, you guys know. So if you guys can help me, if you guys can help me spread the word and you're in the Discord, let's spread the word. Like Easy said this, like keep not safe for work. Stop. Like, keep not safe for work discussions to yourselves, right? Or just keep it away from the Discord, right? Because if it feels like weird when we're all remember being tyrannical, like it's really weird, right? Like when we're all here, like when we're all gathered for like Lord of Mysteries or like series we're really into, and then it gets to like that side of the discussion, send them to the true creators, banish them to the land of silver. All right, we'll end it right there. All right, guys.